Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the last Cloudia video. Now, if you have questions about picking a certain character, I already made a video on what you should be picking for that 4th anniversary ticket. So, if you're new to my last Cloudia videos, if you're new to the game in general, I'm going to be reviewing the unit. And at the very end, after the review is over and I've settled the score and everything on what he should be score-wise, I'll be talking about the paid equipment. Because I know there are some people out there that would want to know about that. Back in the day, I would always want to know what's good and what's not good, so now I want to relay that to you guys. Anyways, onto the unit. We got Megius here, and obviously he will be a physical damage dealer. A nice spread of resistances besides lightning, and also he has a nil for 2 things here, although he's weak against the last one here at the end, but he's actually +2 resistance against curse, and also +2 against blind, so that's actually very nice. Pretty standard things here. He has to close the gap though. Medium area attack, and you also definitely want to do that debuff, so make sure you're hitting those on enemies. And wide area attack, pretty standard stuff. And his special is pretty decent because it allows for another debuff. So he's actually kind of a combo unit, where he does a lot of things. So let's look at Otherworldly Hero. Basically what this comes down to, all these words, he does more light damage, and if you have more people on your team that also do light damage, not ones that can change into light, where like Adel or Kyle, the shift version, which is kind of funny, because yeah, you get more damage. So that's basically how that goes, and also HP caps. And then here's what's really interesting down here. The Blessing. Regularly give a damage dealt 20% buff to all allies in a wide area around the unit. When using a skill, can't be interrupted, and then nullify defense piercing effects. Nullify attribute ignore cut effects. So that would be pretty good in arena, I would think. So alright, both of these passives are quite good. Let's see what his skills are like here. So yes, he has a charisma and an anima. The charisma is actually pretty good because if you have, there's something in here. Is it this? Yeah, it's this. So depending on how many more light units you have, this will be boosted even further. So currently, all it does is just 20% light damage cap and also 22k damage cap increase. And then the anima is a mind all enemies, by the way, 20% mind, and also HP recover from active skills 50%. So that'd be pretty good in arena too. He doesn't really care about the mind though. Wish that was defense instead, but he already has some debuffs anyways. So he has Proud Force, he has counter. I don't know. I'm not really sold on the counter just yet. I'm not sure if counters are going to be good or not, but we'll have to see. But he does get some damage caps for that. And Night Zone, he gets more likely to be attacked, and also he does more frontal damage. Pretty good. He has a lot of anti-type effects. He also has a debuff to 20% physical damage debuff to an enemy. Pretty good. He has a lot of he has a lot of SC saving things in here. Gale Force seemed like, I was like, whoa. 10% SCT recovery when you're at max HP, which you're most likely going to be on this guy. So he has everything you'd ever want. Favored Sword, and then he has Mystic Favored Sword. Favored Sword effect 50%. Oh wow. So now you're getting 50% extra of this added on. So now you're getting what? Like 5k, you're getting 15k, and then you're getting 70% physical attack damage, I guess. I don't know if it's added on like that, or it's just multiplied, or it added. I'm not sure. But when one equipped and physical attack critical occurs, chance for damage cap 150. Okay, so I think this might be one of the reasons why he was doing so much damage on that live stream, is because of this. That's a huge amount of damage cap increase. Okay, I can see where his damage is coming from now. That's a lot. Sword Giga Boost. Yeah, of course this guy is gonna get everything and a bag of chips because he's the 4th anniversary unit. And this is why I was telling you guys to save and skip a lot of those other banners because of this. Look at all this stuff. 3 Emperors. Damage from attribute weakness, anti-type effects 30%, so he's very good in arena, like I said. Nullify insta-kill effects from enemies, excluding some instant-kill effects, but very good in arena. Counter attack, counter damage 120%. Wow, this guy gets everything. Chance for special to deal critical damage. Special critical damage cap 10k. Like, would it be crazy for me to say that this guy's... I mean, it's pretty easy to say. This is pretty easy take this time. That this guy is the #1 unit now. I mean, Adel is still very good. If you have Adel, but you weren't able to pull this guy, but you're able to get Adel from the free ticket. Adel is still very good, of course, because he was 3.5 anniversary unit. But this guy is mind-blowing. He has counters, he has free SC, stuff. There's so many things in here that I feel like this is not a very hard take to say that he's definitely the best unit in the game currently. Don't know how long that's going to last. I've been burned by anniversary units in the past, like Kyle from the 2nd anniversary. He looked super amazing. And that was when the new mechanic came into the game. Kyle seemed like he was going to be the best thing in the game for a long time, and then it didn't last very long. And a lot of other units caught up to him, so as of this video, who knows who knows what part 2 might bring, because there will be a part 2. Who knows what that's going to bring, but this guy currently seems like he's very good, but he's very restrictive because you want, not restrictive in the sense, but if you want him to be the best he can be, he needs to be on light teams. So in order for that to happen, you need to bring light units. So change the music here. Anyways, so yeah, you need to bring light characters, and there recently was already a light character, Mana. So that's already 1 slot for you, and she's a healer, so that would be a very good pairing. Now you need to find one other person that could be a light. Could be Maja. Could be an option for you. But with that being said, I think I'm going to be giving him... I don't think he can get a 10 out of 10, just because of the restriction. It's not a restriction, but it's kind of like it's like a soft restriction. So, needing to bring all light characters only is like a soft restriction, like I said. So I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10. I think that's not hard to say. I think he's definitely the best unit in the game. You can roast me in the comment section if you'd like, if you don't agree, but I feel like that's... Oh, you can't click on this. I wanted to show you, see if we could show you guys the bigger grid, because as you see here, it's 132. So the grid's going to be even bigger now because of the 6-star upgrade. And as you can see here, some characters will be allowed to get even more awakening, so that means more stats. But it took so long to even get 6. How long is it going to take to get to 8? Quite a while. Quite a while. Anyways, let's move on to the 3 Emperors arc. We spent like 8 minutes talking about him, but let's talk about the arc now. And when I saw this trade already, I was like, wow, that's really good. So 1 weapon equipped, so it won't work with true dual units or dual units. Skill special counter damage 30%, damage cap 2k, and then boss wave start, you get all enemies damage dealt 20% debuff on top of the one that you'll be able to use on him. So I think that might stack. And then a light attack damage cap 3.5k. Give all allies a shield durability 5,000. This is maxed, by the way. Buff and skill magic damage cap 5k. Not bad. I don't think it doesn't do any damage, but it's pretty good. So already this trade is extremely good, and then when you look at that reward, it's like, wow. Because a lot of the URs and LR rewards lately haven't been super amazing, but now this is what you're talking about in terms of a top tier AER here. 100 strength and 100 int, so mages and physical damage dealers can use this. And then when you're hitting an attribute weakness, damage 15%. And anti-type, wow. This has to be one of the best AERs in the game. If I made a tier list of top tier UR AERs, this has to be in the top 5. And it's an accessory, like I said. So very nice accessory here. Very nice UR. This is definitely a very nice UR. Let's look at, before we settle on a score, let's look at what we've got here. So Iron Wall counter, you get a 50% damage reduction when you're countering, which is like less than a second most times, but still very nice. Skill charge 3, which is pretty good. Damage from bosses 10%, just a flat damage reduction against bosses, which you care about. Special 3k special damage cap, and then continuous Grand Brave effect. That's really nice. That's quite a bit of a cost, but that's pretty nice. So I think I'm gonna give this, and I'm gonna give. I should have said this at the very beginning of my review, but if you're a new player, and there are several new players that are watching my videos currently for this game, never, ever, ever, ever chase URs unless you're paying, or you're a whale, or you're paying to buy gems or crystals. Don't ever chase UR as a free-to-play. Do never chase it. It looks really amazing, and I'm going to be giving it a good score, of course, but never, ever, ever, I'm going to say this, I could say this for like a minute, never chase UR arcs. Do not expect them. Never expect a UR arc to appear. If you're pulling for the banner unit, Megius, if you pull it, and let's say I did, I'm not going to do it on the video, I'm making a special video just to pull, but let's say I did a 10 pull right now, and 2 red things dropped, and it dropped, one of them was like a whatever, and then a UR popped out, it changed to blue, and the UR popped out. Cool, I spent 3k crystals, and I got a UR. Cool. That's how you should be thinking about getting UR arcs, guys. Somehow thunder strikes your house, and you get like godly lucky or something, because that's kind of how it has to happen, because UR arc rates are so low. It's like winning, almost like winning the lottery kind of luck. So if it appears out of nowhere, you get a blue orb, and it's like, wow, I got it. Cool. That's how you should think about it. I randomly got it while I was trying to get the unit. And you should never say, I'm going to use all of my crystals to try and get the UR arc. Don't ever do that, because you'll be very disappointed, and you'll be left with nothing, and you'll be very sad, and you might even want to quit. So instead of that happening, let's not do that. Now that the review is over, oh, I forgot to say, I'm going to give the arc 10 out of 10. Very good arc. But don't chase it. I may have given it a 10 out of 10, but don't chase it. I'm being serious. Don't chase it. Now, when I opened this, it was very strange, because there's only one equipment, and it's 50 instead of the 25. So I believe they're 25 for equipment. But this one, it's only one equipment instead of 2. Okay, so the strength on it is very high. Usually they're like 200 something. And then you get an increase of 1,000 damage cap with the charisma. And when one weapon equipped, you get a 30% damage cap, or 30% damage increase, and also 4k damage cap. So it's very good because of the amount of strength on it. But there's only one thing here, not another. So it's very unusual. If you're new to the game, usually they have 2 things here. Usually it's either armor or an accessory or something else. So that's kind of all he's getting. He doesn't get any other added things, so I can't say, oh, get this or the other. If you're paying to play the game, and you're buying crystals and stuff like that, and you're pulling on the paid step-ups and things like that, then obviously you should get this. Very good amount of strength, and also a very good passive here, or trait. So obviously very nice. But that doesn't equate into my review whatsoever, like I said at the beginning of the video. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Hope you guys are enjoying the 4th anniversary. If you didn't like the character outlook that I showed you, how he does counters and things, you might not be sold on that. You might not like the idea of doing counters. You know, he has a lot of percentage of counter damage. Wait for part 2. Might not be a bad idea. But if you like the idea, if you like the look of the character, which I definitely do, he's definitely BA. That's all I've got to say, though. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. I'll be doing pulls tomorrow for him, and make sure you stay tuned for that if you want to see some salty or lucky pulls, depending on how it is. Anyways, see you next video. Peace.